Once upon a time, in the prosperous kingdom of Omago, there lived a prosperous king named King Chatu. King Chatu was a very kind king who looked after his people and cared greatly for their welfare. Unlike other kings in the neighboring kingdoms who started ruling in their early or late 30s, King Chatu took over his father's throne when he was only 23 years old. Sadly, his father had gotten very sick, and despite the help of good physicians, no one could nurse King Chatu's father back to health. Sensing that he would die from his illness, King Chatu's father appointed Chatu, his first son, as the king of Omago, and since then, King Chatu had been ruling. However, despite becoming king at a very young age, King Chatu waited until he was old enough and familiar with his responsibilities before taking a wife. As usual, each time a king was ready to take a wife, all the beautiful maidens would go to the palace and dance, and whoever won the dancing competition would become the king's wife. King Chatu followed the tradition, and he chose his wife in the same way his forefathers had done. 2 years after King Chatu married his beautiful wife, Queen Laka, they welcomed their son and named him Kado. Growing up, Prince Kado had everything he wanted. He had guards and maids assigned to him, and he even had his private chambers. From a young age, he had a private tutor who taught him everything, including foreign languages and the history of his ancestors. On the other hand, Queen Laka did her best to ensure that she raised a respectful son and taught him everything about being a prince and following in his father's footsteps. As the years passed, Prince Kado grew into a very handsome man, and he brought honor to his family and kingdom. Aside from being an attractive and humble prince, Prince Kado was also skilled in archery and a great warrior, just like his father. After Prince Kado had completed his secondary school education, King Chatu sent him to study at a prestigious university abroad so he could learn about white people and their ways. Knowing that he would take over his father's throne after his father's demise, Prince Kado did his best to study very hard, and he stayed on top of his class. Despite coming from a rich and flamboyant background, Prince Kado never looked down on anyone, and he always treated his peers and seniors equally. Precisely 6 years after Prince Kado went to study abroad, he returned to his father's kingdom just as they had planned. On the day Prince Kado returned home, his father threw a big party for him, and the entire kingdom of Omago celebrated his return. Surprisingly, while the party was ongoing, some mothers brought their beautiful daughters to introduce them to Prince Kado. But Prince Kado knew exactly what they were doing, and he tried to be very polite to them until the party ended. The following day, while Prince Kado was resting in his chambers, his father, King Chatu, sent for him. "Good afternoon, Your Highness," Prince Kado said as he respectfully bowed his head to greet his father. "Can I come in?" he asked before entering the throne room. "Yes, my son. Please come in," King Chatu said excitedly, and Prince Kado entered the throne room. "You sent for me," Prince Chatu said. "Yes, I did. Please have a seat. I cancelled all of my meetings this afternoon so we can have time to talk," King Chatu said with a broad smile. "Do you still have many meetings like you used to?" Prince Kado asked. "Much more than you can imagine. There are new problems every day." King Chatu laughed. "Anyways, I called you here because I wanted us to talk about your experience in the United Kingdom and the things you learned," he added. "I learned so much, my king. Do you know that the ways of the white people are so different from ours? They have different mindsets and do things differently from us," Prince Kado said. "That's exactly why I sent you there. I am not an ignorant king. I know the world is evolving every day, and we can't keep living the way our ancestors lived. If not that your grandfather became ill and I had to ascend the throne earlier than I had expected, I would have gone to study there too. But I am still happy because my son has done what I couldn't do." King Chatu said, "I know, Your Highness. You already told me the story, and I must thank you for giving me the privilege of representing our kingdom." Prince Kado said, "You are welcome, my son. Thank you for making me proud. That reminds me, did you see all the beautiful maidens that graced your party yesterday?" King Chatu asked with a broad smile. "Yes, my king. I saw them, and they were all beautiful," Prince Kado said. "So what do you think?" King Chatu winked. I don't understand, Your Majesty," Prince Kado said in a confused tone. "I deliberately told those women to bring their daughters because I thought you would like one of them and pick a wife," King Chatu said. A wife?" Prince Kado asked in shock. "Yes, Prince, a wife. Now that you are back from studying in the United Kingdom, it is time for you to pick your wife. Or haven't you heard that your fellow princes in other kingdoms are already married and also have children?" King Chatu said, "I have heard, Your Highness, and I also have intentions of getting married, but I think it's too soon. I only returned home yesterday," Prince Kado said. "No, not at all. Nothing is too soon. This is the appropriate time for you to choose your wife. I have already discussed it with some of my elders, and once you give your word, we will organize a dancing competition so you can choose a beautiful bride," King Chatu said. "Dancing competition?" Prince Kado asked as he burst into laughter. "Yes, just the way our forefathers had been doing it," King Chatu said. "My king, honestly, I think if I'm to choose a wife for myself, I can do that without a dancing competition. And besides, why would I choose a wife just because she was the best dancer in a dance competition? What about other values like love?" Prince Kado said. "That's simple. Any maiden you choose will love you because you are the prince, and marrying you will directly give her family access to the royal family," King Chatu said. "No, Your Highness, that's not what I want. If I'm to choose a wife, I want her to love me for me and not because of who I am. Quick question, would most of these maidens agree to marry me if I wasn't the prince?" Prince Kado said. Well, I don't know about that, but I know they will marry you because you are the prince," King Chatu said. "My king, I'm afraid that's not what I want. I want a kind woman who would stick by me and love me regardless of my status," Prince Chatu said. "So, what now? We can't change tradition. Our forefathers, including your grandfather and I, picked our wives through the dancing competition, and you should do the same," King Chatu said. "Your Highness, I agree with you, but that is not what I want. You said yourself that the world is evolving and we can no longer live like our ancestors did. Please, allow me to choose my wife my own way, and I promise that I will not disappoint you," Prince Kado said. Immediately Prince Kado said that, King Chatu kept quiet for some minutes, and then he heaved a sigh of relief. "Is that what you want?" King Chatu asked. "Yes, Your Highness. That is what I want. The process might not be as fast as picking the best dancer from the dancing competition, but I assure you that you will be proud of me in the end," Prince Kado said. "Okay, if that is what you want, then you can go ahead. But do not waste too much time. It is my desire that you find a bride and get married before the year runs out. Personally, I would have gotten you married before the end of this month, but you can do things your way," King Chatu said. "Thank you, my king. One more thing. In order for me to find the kind of girl I need, I will have to travel to the city," Prince Kado said. "You want to bring home a city girl? That's not bad. Even if you bring home a white girl, I wouldn't have a problem with that. You can go ahead. You have my blessings, King Chatu said. Thank you, my king. I will return to my chambers now to start preparing for my journey to the city, Prince Kado said. That's fine. I will talk to you later, King Chatu said as Prince Kado exited the throne room. The truth was that, even though Prince Kado was not ready to settle down, he had to obey his father, the king. So he took action immediately. 4 days after Prince Kado discussed marriage with his father, the king, he had prepared everything to leave for the city. My son, I'm not pleased that you want to travel to the city without your royal guards. What if something happens? King Chatu said. Your Highness, I do not want them following me around like lost puppies. Besides, what's the whole idea of me trying to find a wife by myself if they won't let me be? Prince Kado said. You are a prince and should always go around with your guards. You know how the city can be. Every day we hear all the terrible news of things that happen there, King Chatu said. My king, I survived in the United Kingdom for years and did fine on my own. So I'm pretty sure I'll be fine without the guards, Prince Kado answered. I know you are very stubborn, and once you make up your mind about something, that's it. How about the guards just follow you to your apartment and once you are settled, they will return to me? King Chatu suggested. All right, Your Majesty. I think I can do that. But they must return once they know my apartment. I do not want anyone babysitting me, Prince Kado said. Go well, my son, and may the gods of our land guide you and direct you to the right woman, King Chatu said as he bid Prince Kado farewell. Since the distance to the city was roughly a 3-hour drive, Prince Kado and the guards his father assigned to him arrived at the city that afternoon. After the guards helped Prince Kado settle in, they returned to the Umago kingdom just as they had promised. But before they left, they handed a small black box to Prince Kado. What's this? Prince Kado asked in a confused tone after he received the box. The king instructed us to give this to you before leaving, one of the guards said. Without wasting time, Prince Kado opened the box in the presence of the guards, and to his greatest surprise, the box was filled with money. What do I need all this money for? Prince Kado asked one of the guards. My prince, the king wants you to be comfortable. Please do not hesitate to call him if you need more money. He told us to tell you that, one of the guards said. Need more money? I don't even think I will spend all of this. Anyways, please tell him I said thank you, Prince Kado said. After the guards left the apartment, Prince Kado heaved a sigh of relief and fell on his bed. Where do I even start from? I do not have any friends in the city, so I have to make new friends, Prince Kado soliloquized. I think I know what to do. I will go to a bar and try to make some friends tonight. After all, it's Friday and people will be out drinking tonight, Prince Kado said. Later that evening, before going to the bar like he had planned, Prince Kado went to a fast food restaurant to get some food. Hi, my name is Kado. Prince Kado introduced himself to the girl who was attending to him. I'm Anita. The girl smiled at him. What would you like, sir? She added. Please, a plate of fried rice and chicken. Then add 2 bottles of water, Prince Kado said. Anything else, sir? Anita asked. No, that's all. And please, call me Kado. The sir sounds off. Prince Kado chuckled. All right, Kado, let me get your order, Anita said before turning to grab a plate for his order. Thank you, Prince Kado smiled. Here you go, sir, Anita said as she handed the bag of food and water to Kado. Everything is 4,000 naira, she added. Oh, that's cheap, Kado said as he handed a small bundle of money to Anita. What's this for? Anita asked in a confused tone. 4,000 naira for the food, and the rest is for you, Prince Kado said. Really? Are you serious? Anita asked excitedly. Yes. Kado smiled. Thank you so much, sir. Sorry, Kado. I am very grateful, Anita said. I wish I could hug you now, but I can't, she added. No, you don't have to. I'll see you around, Prince Kado said before leaving the restaurant. Some hours after Kado ate his food at his apartment, he went to the road and stopped a taxi. Please, take me to one of the nicest bars in this city, Prince Kado said to the taxi driver. Sir, there are a lot of nice bars. Which one do you want to go to? The taxi driver said. Have you been to any? Which one do you recommend? Prince Kado asked, and the taxi driver smiled. There is one that's not too far from here. They have a nice ambience, good drinks and food, and great customer service, so I'm sure you will like it there. Should we go there? The taxi driver asked. Sure, if you say it's good, then I will trust your words, Prince Kado said. Alright, let's go, the taxi driver said as he drove off. About 10 minutes after the taxi driver picked up Prince Kado in front of his apartment, they arrived at a well-lit, decorated bar. This is the place, sir, the taxi driver said as he pulled over by the bar's entrance. Thank you very much. It's a straight road to my house, right? Prince Kado asked, and the taxi driver answered. How much for the ride? He added. It's just 500 naira, the taxi driver said. All right, you can have this, Prince Kado said as he handed the taxi driver a small bundle of money. I said 500 naira, sir, not 50,000, the taxi driver said as he tried to return the rest of the money to Prince Kado. I heard you. The rest of the money is for you, Prince Kado said. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you and replenish your pockets, the taxi driver said as he rushed out of the driver's seat to hug Prince Kado. You're welcome, Prince Kado smiled. Enjoy the rest of your evening, he added. After Prince Kado watched as the taxi driver drove off, he walked into the bar and almost immediately he was greeted by one of the waitresses. Please sit here, sir, the waitress said as she led Kado to a free table with 2 chairs. What would you like to drink? She added. A bottle of beer. Any brand is okay, Prince Kado said. All right, sir. I'll be right back, she said before walking away. A few minutes after the waitress left, she returned with a cold bottle of Heineken and a glass. Then she placed it in front of Prince Kado and opened the bottle. While the waitress was away, Prince Kado had been scattering his eyes around the bar and he found a very beautiful girl who was sitting alone. Please, ask that beautiful lady what she would like to drink, Prince Kado said, pointing to the girl. All right, sir, the waitress said and walked away. She asked for a cocktail, the waitress said to Prince Kado. Should I take her order? She added. Yes, please do, and let her know she can have anything else she wants, Prince Kado said. Shortly after the waitress served the girl her cocktail, the girl went to Prince Kado's table to thank him. Thank you so much, sir, the girl said respectfully. Oh, that was nothing. I'm Kado, and you are? Prince Kado asked. I'm Jennifer, but my friends call me Jenny, the girl said. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Jenny. While I was at the university, I had a classmate named Jenny. She was such a nice fellow and had a funny British accent, Prince Kado said. Oh, you schooled outside of Nigeria? Jennifer asked. Yes, I did, Prince Kado answered. That's great. How was the experience? I schooled in Ghana, but Ghana is just like Nigeria. Jennifer laughed. I'll tell you about my experience if you agree to join me, Prince Kado said. Oh, sure. Thanks for asking, Jennifer said as she sat down. For the rest of that evening, Prince Kado and his new friend Jennifer talked and shared so much about themselves. However, Prince Kado deliberately refused to mention that he was a prince and didn't disclose anything about his family. After Prince Kado met Jennifer that evening, they fixed another date and continued to see each other until Prince Kado fell in love with her. 2 months after Prince Kado met Jennifer, he asked her to be his girlfriend and she said yes. That wasn't all. Jennifer even suggested moving into Prince Kado's apartment and Prince Kado was thrilled. In the first few weeks Jennifer moved in with Prince Kado, they did everything together. They went shopping almost every week, went out to parties, tried out expensive restaurants and bars, and had so much fun. While all these were happening, Jennifer never complained about the things she was enjoying. In fact, she didn't get into any arguments with Prince Kado, and they didn't even have one disagreement, which was a bit suspicious to Prince Kado. As a result, Prince Kado began to suspect that Jennifer was hiding something from him, or she was pretending to be someone else. In a bid to find out the truth, Prince Kado came up with an idea. After months of fun-filled dating, Prince Kado told Jennifer that he had exhausted all his savings and no longer had money to sustain their lavish lifestyle. At first, when Jennifer heard that, she acted like she was cool. But a few days later, she began to act differently. "Where are you going to so early this morning?" Prince Kado asked Jennifer, who was busy packing her bags. That morning, Prince Kado woke up to the sound of Jennifer packing her bags. I got a call that my mother is very ill and she needs me." Jennifer lied. "Your mother? Didn't you tell me that both your parents were dead?" Prince Kado asked in a confused tone. "Yes, my biological parents are dead, but there is a woman who took care of me and I call her my mother," Jennifer lied. "And you never mentioned her to me until now?" Prince Kado asked. "I'm sorry, Kado. She slipped my mind, but I promise I will be back soon," Jennifer said. "So, how many days will you be gone for?" Prince Kado asked. "I don't know, but I'll let you know," Jennifer said. "All right. Please take good care of her and take care of yourself too," Prince Kado said. Even though Prince Kado suspected that Jennifer was only looking for an excuse to leave him, he didn't think she was that kind of person. Just to show that he loved her, Prince Kado did everything that Jennifer wanted. He bought her expensive gifts and even paid for a trip to Cape Verde for the two of them. That day, after Jennifer left, Prince Kado called her several times to ask if she had arrived at her mother's place, but Jennifer refused to take his calls. Later that evening, he tried calling her again, but it was the same. He even texted her to call him, but she didn't. Heartbroken that Jennifer was indeed what he suspected, Prince Kado decided to go to his favorite bar for a drink. This was the same bar where he had met Jennifer, and a few minutes after he entered, he saw something that sent chills down his spine. He saw Jennifer walking into the bar with a man. She had worn a very short red dress that exposed her cleavages and thighs and had makeup on. "Jennifer, what are you doing here? Didn't you tell me you were going home to visit your sick mother?" Prince Kado asked in a stern voice. "Who is he?" the man with Jennifer asked. "Oh, he's just my bitter ex. He's still mad that I left him for you," Jennifer said. "Jennifer? Me? Your ex? Didn't you just leave my house this morning?" Prince Kado asked in shock. "Kado, what kind of stupid embarrassment is this? Are you daft? Don't you know that when a woman leaves your house, it means it's over?" Jennifer said in a rude tone. "Jennifer, is it me you are talking to like this?" Prince Kado asked. "After everything I did to make you happy?" he added. "Oh, please. Are you the first person to do something good for someone? People do things that are bigger than what you did, and no one hears about them. What did you do, Seth, that you want to break my eardrums?" Jennifer yelled. "Please leave this place now. In case you didn't get the message, it's over between us," she added. When Jennifer said that, Prince Kado could not believe it. In fact, he was speechless and shocked. It was almost like he was talking to a totally different Jennifer. Although Prince Kado had gone to the bar with the intention to drink and take his mind off Jennifer, he was forced to leave early because Jennifer had created a scene and some people were already staring at him. When Prince Kado got home that evening, he was very heartbroken that he even cried. If anyone had told him that Jennifer would do a thing like that or even speak to him in that tone, he would not have believed it. As time passed, Prince Kado got over Jennifer's heartbreak and he decided to move on with his life. Roughly 3 months after his breakup with Jennifer, Prince Kado met another beautiful woman named Ogechi. However, it didn't take him long to realize that Ogechi was a gold digger too, and all she cared about was his money. After his brief relationship with Ogechi, Prince Kado met another girl, but it was still the same thing. In fact, the third girl he met was worse than Jennifer and Ogechi because she turned Prince Kado into her ATM. The only time she would call or agree to see him was when she wanted to get money from him, and Prince Kado could not tolerate that. One evening while Prince Kado was thinking of how he would meet a girl who genuinely loved him and didn't care about money or material things, his father, King Chatu, called. "Good evening, Your Highness." Prince Kado greeted his father. "Good evening, my prince. How is life in the city?" King Chatu asked. "Everything is fine, my king. How about you?" Prince Chatu asked. "Fine too. What's the update? Have you found a woman yet? You know the year is almost ending in a few months." King Chatu said, "I know that, Your Majesty. I assure you that I will return home with a bride soon." Prince Kado said, "Okay. Do you need more money? I was expecting that you would ask me to send you more money." King Chatu said, "No, I still have a lot of money left." Prince Kado said, "Okay. Your mother and I will be expecting you and your future bride soon. Just let us know when you'll be coming home so we can make some preparations." King Chatu said, "Okay, my king. Once I am ready to come home, I'll let you know." Prince Kado said. After Prince Kado ended the call with his father that evening, he was confused about what to do. Do I have to act poor and homeless before I find a girl that will genuinely love me? Prince Kado soliloquized. No, my father must not hear of that, he added. But that's a good idea. If that's what I have to do to find a kind woman, then I will do it. Prince Kado said to himself, yes, that's what I'll do. The following day, to ensure his plan was successful, Prince Kado ripped off some of his clothes with a pair of scissors and bleached some of his expensive colored shirts. Then he packed some clothes in an ugly polythene bag, went to a street and sat in one corner. His plan was to pretend he was homeless during the day and then return home to his apartment at night. Please, give me money to buy food. Prince Kado begged every passerby, but no one really paid attention to him. In fact, some girls would look at him in disgust and wave their heads in pity. There was even a beautiful lady Prince Kado approached, but the lady yelled at him and embarrassed him in front of her friends. In the first week of acting like a homeless man, Prince Kado had no luck with any woman until the 8th day. That day, Prince Kado was sitting at his regular spot when he heard a familiar voice call his name. Kado? Is that you? The girl asked. And when Prince Kado looked up, he recognized the girl immediately. It was Anita, the first girl he had met at the restaurant the same day he moved to the city. What happened to you? Anita asked in shock. Oh my God! Is this where you sleep? She added. Oh, it's a long story and yes, this is where I sleep for now, Prince Kado said. What happened? Anita asked. I was duped and I lost all my money, including the house I lived in. Prince Kado lied. "Please, pack your bags. You're coming with me," Anita said. "To your house?" Prince Kado asked in shock. "Yes, please. I cannot allow you sleep on the road. You were good to me, so if taking a total stranger to my house is how I'll repay you, then I don't mind taking that risk," Anita said as she helped Prince Kado gather some of his clothes. That evening, Anita took Kado to her house and she cooked for him. She also gave him some of her younger brother's clothes just so he could change out of his horrible clothes. "How long have you been homeless? And I don't understand why your friends or family didn't take you in," Anita said. "No one wanted to. Everyone turned their back on me." Prince Kado lied. "Oh, I'm sorry about that. I know how it feels. My late dad used to be a very generous man, and he would even help his friends and family members even when it was inconvenient for him. But when he fell sick and we needed help, everyone turned their backs on us, including the people he would deny himself to help," Anita said. "Yes, life can be like that sometimes," Prince Kado said. "Do not worry. You can stay with me as long as you want, but you will need to find a job," Anita said. "That's fine. I will do anything," Prince Kado said. For the next few weeks, Prince Kado continued to live with Anita, and throughout that period, Anita was so kind to him. She treated him nicely, respected him, and always cooked for him. Even when he couldn't get a job fast, she never complained. After what seemed like 2 long months of hiding his true identity, Prince Kado finally revealed himself to Anita. He tricked Anita and took her to his village. And when Anita saw how the royal guards welcomed and treated him, she was shocked. "Wait, please, tell me you're messing with me. You have been a prince all along?" Anita said excitedly after Prince Kado told her the truth. Initially, Prince Kado thought Anita would be mad at him for hiding the truth, but she wasn't. She was even relieved that Prince Kado's reality was different from what she had thought. "I know you were not expecting this, but Anita, the last few weeks with you have been the best weeks of my life, and I have fallen deeply in love with you. I know you love me too, otherwise you wouldn't do all the things you did for me. Will you marry me?" Prince Kado asked. "Yes, I will. I will marry you, my prince," Anita said excitedly and burst into tears. "Thank you. I am the luckiest man on earth," Prince Kado said. About a week after Prince Kado proposed to Anita, they got married and lived happily ever after. When Prince Kado eventually became king, Queen Anita ruled by her husband until their old age, and together they brought outstanding innovations to the great kingdom of Omago. The end. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite part in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.